Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in. I got something in the office here that I picked up. Now I did a video on the LOSI razor that I thought was an absolute blast. When I got back to the house, I think maybe even that day, I started kind of trolling around on YouTube and I happened to find this is the LOSI Baja Rey 2.0. This is insane. This thing is enormous.
What? How did you get that?
They gave it to me.
How did you get that?
They gave this. They gave it. They were like, "Hey." I was like, "Okay, yeah." Like $30, probably like $30.
Cash.
Yeah, like $30.
This shelf is 33 inches long, so just under 3 feet. Also, smartest dad ever. They don't just give those away to anybody. Now I'll link this in the description down below. I am not a big RC guy, at least I wasn't until recently, and I just kind of decided I'm gonna buy a couple of these things and have fun with them. When I got this, I did not go out and thrash it right away as most people would, because I wanted to kind of have the maiden voyage video, which is today. Now with the fact that I kind of had that opportunity to not run it until I had the maiden voyage video, I did research and I found out that the back end of these things gets to be a little bit floppy when hitting bumps, so there is a stainless steel reinforcement kit that you can buy. It definitely stiffened up the back end, so I did solve for that problem. And then I also did the tape trick where you pull the tires apart and gorilla tape the inside so that they don't balloon, because your regular car tires have, you know, they're belted, so they actually have steel cords in them that keep them together. These are just rubber, and as they start to spin, the centrifugal force kind of balloons them out. So the tape is supposed to help alleviate that. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. I really didn't run it pre or post, so it just is what it is. And then I also read online that people were recommending that you replace the shock oil in the factory shock setup. So I did that as well. And that is what I'm learning with these RC cars, which, by the way, I also did the shock oil in the Razor. But that is something I'm really actually enjoying, even having this in the office before I've run the thing, is it's just fun to tinker with. And I'm a tinkerer by nature, so these things are really a blast. Let's just get this thing outside and see how it rips. Let's fix our steering trim. That thing is awesome. Right now we're on, what are we on? 50% throttle. This one actually feels slightly slower at 50% throttle than the Razor, but it's also larger, so I think scale-wise feels that way. Let's go to 75%. It's also a more stable platform. Whoops. Oh no. And there's a flip. I don't want to roll this one, but I probably will. Man, that thing is a monster. It's at 75% throttle. So I'm gonna go to 100%. Jesus. That is not slow. Yeah, it's way more stable than the Razor. You can actually turn it and it doesn't want to flip over. This is so awesome. Oh, and there's our first rollover. Certainly probably gonna thrash this thing up. Just knowing myself, the same way that I did with the Razor. Trying to keep this one cleaner just because, man, it's so nice and expensive. First rollover accident. Jesus. And I am running two 6S batteries. I think you can run the 8Ss to get a little bit more power. I do not see that as a necessity or even really a desire. Let's try a top speed run here. That is awesome. Have that, oh, just hit a, what did I get stuck on? Got stuck on a tree. Man, the suspension travel out of this thing is bonkers. Well, there we are. We are down to our last bit of battery, and that is the maiden voyage of the Brenthel LOSI. Got a little bit rowdy there. Some tree branches, but overall fantastic. Held up really well. A couple little scrapes, rolled it over twice. Not bad. It's an absolute super fun time. I like this way more than the Razor in terms of drivability. The Razor is less cringy. Every time I roll this thing over, I get like, you know, it's a lot more money. But, you know, in terms of just drivability, by far, hands down, better than the Razor. And not disappointed in the purchase. So, little one-handed drive in here. But the lights on this thing are awesome. I think it just looks absolutely killer. And definitely have to be careful about running this thing full speed into your legs, because it is heavy and very much could probably break a bone. So certainly something you got to be careful with, especially if there's other people around, which right now there is not. So not a toy that I would put in the hands of my 7-year-old. Arguably a toy that I question putting in my hands as a 40-year-old. So man, that thing it is gnarly. So we'll pack it up for today. That is the maiden voyage, the LOSI SBR 2.0. It's really quite an awesome, I guess, representation of the Brenthel Baja truck for sure. Pretty much only rolls over on you if you crank it, turn it, you know, at full speed. Otherwise, it stays pretty well planted, and I am very happy with it. All right, that's it. So thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. I'll see you guys next time. Certainly probably won't be an RC video, but I will get these things out and probably thrash them a little bit more. We'll try to find maybe something a little bit more jumpy on the next one. Catch you guys on the next one.